journals. When you do the first one, which is farming mobs in the open world, you get black ink. If when you do the battlefront one, you get the black feather, which is part of your PvE journal. And when you do, pay attention to what it says here, because it could say special, it could say regular dungeon. It gives you the parchment. So the difference between each three is that black ink will give you the general effects once you get into certain percentages, and this one, the one for black feather, will give you the one for PvE, and the one for parchment will give you the PvP. Now the best way to go about this is to kind of level them evenly, because they don't unlock right away, so it's good to have like a good spread. And the best thing to always do is always refresh it. You can refresh it for 12,000 gold. You always want to refresh it to get the 800 ones, because it'll give you 2 chests. And what do these chests do? They're accessory chests. For example, here, when you look at it, it has a chance to give you the purple accessories, or even blue. If you get blue, that's also good as well. But this is actually how I got the rest of my own green accessories. So it's really good that you have 2, because you can only do 5 a day, and you want to increase your chances of getting good loot. If you get a purple in the early game, you are set until like pretty much like end game, right? So that's definitely something you want to do. But not just that, it also gives you more of these guild points. So what do these guild points do? Guild points are actually spent on traits. So what are traits? Traits are basically guild buffs. So if you want more accessory, you need more of these, right? And since you only get a limited amount every day, everybody in the guild needs to be doing the times 800 kills. You need to have this right here. Eventually you can get crit res, go damage, crit rate, basic damage. But more importantly, you need it to unlock things in the guild shop. So you need it to unlock beefsteak and the cream stew vegetable, all the food buffs, because you can only buy a certain amount of these with gold every week at the guild shop. So you want to max out on these every single week. Same thing with Moonstone and Compound Regent for like grots, which are like elixirs. Same thing with Papyrus. But the most important part, I believe, in my opinion here at least, is this right here. You don't have to rush this part, because the cost of these, the cheapest one is like 100k, and the next one is like 150k, and you're not gonna have enough guild coins anyway this early. So it's just good to focus more on your accuracy first. That way everybody in your guild can progress a little bit better, a little bit faster, right? So that's one of the reasons why you want to get the times 800 one. And the other one too is obviously the guild dedication points. And the more that you do here, the more these guild ratings go up. And the more that they go up, you can see the bonuses on the side here, you get guild coins for it. So you want to get these done every single week, because all these guild coins, they do add up. These are the guild points that you're going to be using to buy your skill books. If you're curious as to what these skill books are, just go to town, go to a guild shop NPC, and look at the skill books that you have there, and you can see how good they are and how OP they are. So you definitely want to be in a guild that is on point when it comes to getting these guild quests done, right? And that's why like certain guilds are very strict about like their members. If somebody's slacking off and not doing the guild quest as they should, they will most likely get kicked, because every week, or every day rather, that you are behind on these guild quests is one more day that you're behind forever. Something that I should add as well is that since I already mentioned guild coins, one of the easier ways to get guild coins as well is guild dungeon. And I know I emphasize like guild attendance a lot, because it does matter a lot. So I'll make this like a 2 video, right? Like one for orders and traits and journals, and one for dungeons basically. So what do you get from dungeons? So dungeons are really crucial, not just because of the guild points to help your guild level and get the buffs that everybody will get and enjoy, but you also get these. And they give you the much needed guild coins that you need to have, and all the other materials that you need to craft as well for your own progression, right? So what is the guild dungeon? Guild dungeon is basically, you have 30 minutes to complete it, and it is a weekly thing. What do you need to do? So the first time that you go into a dungeon, it will ask you to kill 500 mobs. After you kill the 500 mobs, the first boss will spawn, which is this defeat the memory of resentment Ogron, right? He's gonna spawn. After you kill him, you'll move over to the next area. You'll run over there, and you're gonna kill another 500 mobs. And after you kill the 500 mobs, defeat Liberator Goal will spawn, and it's like rinse and repeat until you get to like the third and final boss. and then you kill him, and you get the maximum progression for your guild. It is very imperative that everybody, and I do mean everybody in the guild, show up for this, because even though the guild boss itself may or may not take that long to kill, but the 500 mobs, the more people you have, the sooner you can kill them. And if they take too long, or if your guild takes too long to kill these mobs, you will run out of time because you only have 30 minutes. That's it. After 30 minutes, if you've only, let's say like after 30 minutes, if you've only killed one boss and the 30-minute timer is up, you lose these two. So you lose on a lot of progression. But yeah, essentially that's it. Orders, crates, journals, and dungeons in a nutshell.